There we go. There we go. What's going on, everybody? This is man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, Rick and Roll Warlords, and as always, bringing you the knowledge of property science in this industry of what we call trucking. Okay. Um, Tonight's science is going to be Chicagoland drivers dropping the bag. I'm trying to figure out, man. You got a good opportunity right there in front of you and stuff, and people don't seem to be taking advantage of it and stuff the way it should be. And so, these opportunities ain't gonna be lasting too much longer. So, you know, I think I go ahead and weigh in on it and give you some science and stuff, man, to think about. So as you guys come in, give me a sound check, let me know everything is good, and we will go ahead into tonight's science. If it's your first time being in here, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rhode Island Red Rooster. I do content up here and try to do it on a weekly basis. Also, I'm going to start another series. I'm going to start another series on YouTube that's going to be completely disconnected from trucking. It's pretty much life lessons. I said I was going to do life lessons, but I didn't want it to be connected to this channel here and stuff, right? So, excuse me. I didn't want the life lessons to be in connection with this channel here. So, once I get it set up, I'll start posting videos over there. Of course, I can't go live, but I'll be posting content and stuff up there. Just talking about life lessons, some things. Basically things that happen to me in my personal life that can give you a better insight on life events, so on and so forth. Guys, there were a lot of things. There was a lot of things that was told to me, but because I wasn't gamed up enough, I missed a lot. I missed a lot of the important things, and so now, in my 40s, I got to pay for the things that I did in my 20s and my 30s. So, life lessons will be up. It'll be a completely different channel, separate from. It'll be a completely different channel, separate from this. Because I want to keep my trucking content, my life content, So, I'll let you know once that's up and stuff. All right, so, is my sound coming through all right? All right, so if y'all hear the noise and stuff in the background, of course, that's the refueling and stuff like that. I got that. It's loud, clear. Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Yeah, if y'all hear the noise and stuff in the background, of course, that's the refueling that's running. And, I got that on start and stop and stuff, man. I was on a run that was supposed to be a straight through run, but I guess some miscommunication issues or whatever. Go figure, right? But I'm saying, a little, a $600 cheap run, right? That, they needed covered or whatever. I go down there to cover it. And it was supposed to come off last night, and then I was supposed to be taking the rest of the day off. Now, I'm stuck with this load for the rest of the day. And it comes off on midnight, which now kind of set me back a little bit on what I got to do tomorrow. So, but anyhow, go figure, man. That's business. Chicagoland, right? I've been looking up some stuff on. I've been looking at some of the reels on my Instagram, and I'm like, dude, I cannot believe the opportunity that is in your lap that people are just not taking advantage of and stuff, right? So, people are saying like, Chicago, the Chicago-based companies and stuff like that, they hustle you and they'll hustle you, they're not good people, and so on and so forth. So, uh, I guess to give an origin of how, to give you an origin of how everything worked, being I've been, I've been in this industry for 21 years. So, um, you know how they say nothing is new under the sun. So, when I first got started driving trucks, what they do in Chicago, in order to, the Chicago-based companies was nothing more but your own operators. They were, when I was getting started stuff, they were own operators, right? And so it used to be back in the day that if you was going to drive trucks, then Snyder, JB Hunt, Warner, you can forget about driving for those guys. You can, even though there was a mega carrier, you can forget about driving for them and stuff, man. They just, they had a real stringent hiring process and stuff. They was as hard as getting on with UPS. Everybody can go to UPS now, but UPS was, you had to know somebody to get up in UPS, and then even then you wasn't driving a truck. You was working in the warehouse inside the forklift operator, and then you worked yourself into driving a truck, even though you had a CDL. So, back in the day, the mega carriers and stuff now, they was very difficult to get with. So, in 2000s, right, the early 2000s, the hiring process, it was a new generation of drivers that was coming in and stuff, and so the mega carriers decided to be more laxed on their hiring and stuff, and they did on-the-job training, so on and so forth. So what they didn't teach a bunch of us was that you had a bunch of signs and stuff that was out there that was saying, now hiring. Every trucking company was hiring. Like, yeah, we're hiring. We'll treat you better than where you at and stuff and so on and so forth. So people will buy into it, and so you work, you leave this carrier, go work for another carrier. That didn't work out. Then you work for another carrier, And so you don't even have a year's experience, and you probably work for 8-9 people. So now you see that, well, maybe I can give this carrier another shot and stuff. And so you go fill the application out. Now they're telling you, hey man, we can't hire you because you got too many jobs. You didn't hold down a job and stuff. So we can't do this and we can't do that for you. So the hiring process became more difficult because you work too many jobs. So trucking carriers that used to have, in order for you to be a solidified carrier, you just had to have about 10 trucks. If you had 10 trucks, you was a solidified carrier. But when the mega carriers, when they laxed on their hiring, if you had 10 trucks, you was a small fleet. In other words, an own operator, right? So you would go to those companies there and stuff, and so, they had a real lax hiring, they had a real lax, hiring process and stuff now. You can start that day, you fill out the paperwork and stuff, you go and hit the road. So, when you could actually make a living off of hauling broker freight or whatever, if you was hooked up with C.H. Robinson or, there was a lot of broker agents and stuff. They're no longer in business now and stuff. But C.H. Robinson, they were around and stuff. John Giroux, I believe John Giroux is still around. But yeah, there was a lot of brokering outfits and stuff. And so your small fleet carriers would get freight and stuff from them. You get a truck, the truck run wide open. You can do 100 miles an hour. As long as you didn't flip the truck over, whatever, you didn't have no safety department, so you didn't have to go watch a bunch of films and get certified and, all this other stuff. You wait on a phone call, you got all the information and stuff, and you went and picked the load up, and that was that. And so, You know, you got paid on Friday. You got paid on Friday, but you know, if money was a little tight, then you know, you get that phone call and say, man, listen, you know, I'm not gonna be able to pay you this week and stuff, right? But I can get you straight, say Monday or Tuesday or whatever, and stuff like that. So, you know, it was one of those little ordeals and stuff there. You know, you can go, you can still drive trucks, but you know, there was no benefits. You know, there was no benefits and stuff. You know, straight pay. You know, they made, you know, they still took care of your taxes and stuff like that. But that was the thing there. You know, guys would go work for those companies to kind of move away from the mega carrier and stuff. You know, you had a fast truck. You know, you had a fast truck, but you know, the thing was is that you pick up in the East Coast today, you have to be in the West Coast tomorrow. You know, no questions. So you certainly had the equipment to get it done and stuff, right? And nobody was really, you know, nobody was really on you and stuff, but you know, was what it was. They weren't too hard on like drug tests. You didn't have to worry about random drug screens and all the other stuff there. So, you know, people had problems putting down the pipe. And, you know, if you had you had a pipe or, you know, a party problem and stuff, you know, if you had an alcohol problem and stuff, you know, that's where you would go over there. You know, you sit there, party all weekend and stuff, and then you probably sleep it off a day in the truck, and then, you know, that was that. People who had financial problems and stuff, you know, if you was gonna be one of those guys that lived in the truck, you know, if you lived in the truck and stuff like that, you didn't have no home or something like that, you know, you would go over there. So what put an end to all that was CSA 2010. When they came out, when they was rolling out with the CSA, you know, when they was rolling out with the CSA scores, it meant now that to be in trucking, if you had a good CSA score, right? If you had a good CSA score, you pretty much had to have a good CSA score and stuff in order to stay in trucking. So, and that was the thing that was looking for. So when they rolled that out and then that got implemented, they just put an end to the whole own operator thing. Like, hey man, listen, I can go over here and work, you know, now I can go back to the mega carrier and stuff and so on and so forth. So, you know, a lot of contract freight, people just start picking it up and they just start centralizing around that, you know, like, you know, just companies just start popping up, taking all the freight and stuff that they used to broker and stuff. You know, the smaller carriers, of course, couldn't build no relationship to where they can get that contract freight on a regular. They was requiring, you know, like, look, hey, I give you a contract if you can give me 20 trucks, you know. So, yeah, it just put an end to it and stuff there. So anyway, we fast forward, and so the carriers out of Chicago pretty much picked up the mantle, and they just picked up where they left off with the own operators. You know, it's like, hey, it's so many of them and stuff. I'm not even gonna name them, but you know, the requirements are very small. But what they're dependent on is the same thing how it used to be. You know, when you worked as an own operator, you know, you had a bad driving record, a horrible work history. You didn't know how to put down the pipe. You know, you party a little bit too much. You know, you was an alcoholic. You know, that sort of thing there. And of course, you know, if you a little bit bad with your finances, and stuff, then yeah, you can go over there to the Chicagoland carriers and stuff. I mean, you know, it's always this commonality. You know what I'm saying? You work for an own operator, you had one of those problems and stuff there, you go work for the guys over there in Chicago, it's the same thing. You know, so you're going into it not really understanding how the business and stuff works. And so Chicago, they pretty much doing the same thing. You know, they living off the load board, you know, J.B. Hunt 360 and TQL, C.H. Robinson, John Drew, or whatever brokers and stuff that's out there now. You know, they hooked up with them. If they can get a load and stuff, that's fine. So, you know, you got a truck. They not really pressed on safety and stuff. You don't have to worry about a bunch of randoms. And so, you know, you got this clearinghouse thing now, and they got what's called a SAP program. They got what's called a SAP program and stuff. So that's something that when I was home getting my truck rebuilt. Yeah, when I was getting my truck and stuff rebuilt, I had to look into the SAP program and stuff, you know, to help another driver, because it's a very strange program, because your license is not suspended. They don't suspend your license, but they can do something in the clearinghouse portion to make sure that you don't drive. You're not able to operate a commercial vehicle, but your license is not. Your CDL is not suspended. That's the strange thing I didn't know about the SAP program. So you got to go and enroll in the SAP program, and it's a person that you got to go meet, and they do intervention and stuff with you, and then they pretty much got to clear you. So once you get cleared, then the company that you're going to work for, you do a drug test and stuff with them, and if they clear you, then you're able to operate a commercial motor vehicle. And I'm saying that's the strangest thing. You don't have it, and that's the strangest thing to me, is that you don't have a DWI, or you don't have a DWI or nothing and stuff. And so I mean, it was very confusing. And so I'm like, I had to sit here and walk through the whole process, and I'm like, we're going down here to the driver's license. We're going down to the driver's license plate. They don't see anything. They're like, look, there's nothing on your license that's preventing you from getting your license. So if you want it, you go down there, you pay the fee and stuff, and that was that. There was no restriction on it, And I'm just trying to figure out, like, why am I going down here to the SAP program? Well, not, like I said, not me, but the person I was going with. I just couldn't figure it out and stuff. And so when I looked in the clearinghouse, that's what it kept saying. It's like, okay, you're unable to, it's 6 steps. It's 6 steps that you got to go through and stuff. And so if you don't fall through those 6 steps, you can't operate a motor vehicle. And I'm like, a commercial motor vehicle. I mean, very strange to me. But there's no restriction from the state saying that we're preventing you from getting a commercial drive, getting a commercial driver's license. I'm like, a failed drug screen. A failed drug screen and stuff, man, can prevent you from operating a motor vehicle. And I'm like, the only way you can access it yourself and stuff, but I mean, it doesn't show up anywhere else except in the clearinghouse. And it's very confusing. It's very confusing, but I'm saying, I'll call you later. So, a lot of these, Chicagoland based carriers and stuff, that when they call you, like, second chance and stuff, we accept you from the SAP program and stuff like that, so on and so forth. So, okay. Understanding that, right? I mean, it's an anomaly inside itself. And that's why I tell people, man, look, you got it. If you don't know how to put down the pipe, if you don't know how to put down the alcohol and stuff like that, man, look, this is not a place for you, because you will get you get your whole life messed up. It's something that they can use against. I mean, you can have an impeccable driving record, but you fail one drug screen and stuff, and that's it. Okay, well, you're a junkie. So they give you a second chance over there. And what I'm seeing is, what's going on, Mr. Williams? But what I'm seeing is an opportunity to kind of capitalize on something that you don't get from mega carriers. And you get over here, it's like these guys are paying you 75 cents a mile. And I'm like, okay, 75 cents a mile, right? Let's do some math right quick and stuff. Those y'all that got calculators and stuff. 75 cents a mile. If you do 3,000 miles a week, that's $2,200. That's $2,250. Okay, that's $2,250. You multiply that by 52. That's 117. That's $117,000. That's $117,000. So you made over six figures. You made over six figures as a company driver, right? Okay, so $117,000. If you have to pay 30%, if 30% of that goes to taxes, if 30% of $117,000 goes to taxes, that still leaves you with $81,000. That's $81,000 net. Okay, so if your bills are, your whole living expenses come up to $3,000. If you're paying $3,000 a month for your entire living expenses, that still leaves you. So that's a little over 30. That's 36,000, right? That's 36,000. So that would leave you a little over $40,000 left over. You got a little over 41. You got a little over $40,000 left over. 46,000, if I'm not mistaken. 46,000. I'm trying to think. I think it's 30. It's 32, so it'll leave you with 48,000. It's either 48 or 46,000 and stuff. I'm saying this is after taxes paid, after your bills and stuff are paid. So I asked that question. I'm like, man, dude, what in the heck are you doing with no money in your account? You're working for a Chicagoland-based company. So I'm saying there are some things and stuff that you did wrong, right? That you got a chance to correct. So why not take advantage of it if they're giving you the opportunity to do it? Because there's some things and stuff that the Chicago companies and stuff allow that I won't be saying up here. But, you know, for you guys that know, right? That they allow you to do. And so I'm saying, why not just capitalize on that, get what you got to get your money and stuff straight. So once your money and stuff straight, you go through the same process as, you know, a person that, you know, that goes through the lease program. Your credit stuff is messed up. Okay, take a couple dollars and send it off to people and stuff and get your credit stuff straight, right? But I'm saying for the first year, completely and totally dedicate yourself to getting yourself right. 1 year, $117,000, right? After taxes, you clearing $81,000. You're clearing $81,000 and stuff. So I'm saying, you know, that gives you the opportunity to clean up everything else that you got messed up. Which I'm saying, you know, people are kind of jacked up financially, but I can't see you being $81,000 in debt. I can't see that. So I'm saying, why not dedicate that 1 year to getting those things and stuff straight there? So once you got that straight, then you can move on to the next step. And so, I mean, you know, once your credit stuff is cleaned up, that now makes you, I mean, you know, you'll be an economic powerhouse. So nobody can deny you nothing, right? You got everything cleaned up. And then you got capital behind you to support you. And I'm saying that's if your bills are 41,000, you know, if your bills are 81,000, no, it's 117,000. That's 117,000. But I'm saying if you pay 30% of that goes to taxes, right? If 30% of that goes to taxes, that leaves you with $81,000 net. $81,000 net. So why not take that and dedicate to getting those things and stuff fixed in your first year? Instead of trying to go out here and just fix anything and stuff, your first year should be based upon getting all these things repaired as a company driver. And stuff. So, you know, even if you don't want to move into the next step, right? If you don't want ownership or whatever, right? At least get your credit straight. At least get your finances and stuff in order, because they're giving you the opportunity to get all these things done. So what I'm hearing a lot of guys, like, they're running and they talking about, well, I got to go home and take a week off. I'm going on vacation. You know, those sort of things. Then I'm like, man, dude, you're working for a Chicago carrier. So there's something wrong there's something wrong with your, it's something that's wrong and stuff, man, in your life as far as trucking goes that you need to get straight. That's why you're there. You're not because, you know, if you had the opportunity to go to a mega carrier, you probably would go. You know, if you had the opportunity and stuff, man, to go anywhere except work for the guys over there in Chicago, you would probably go. But I'm saying, I mean, you know, working for Chicago, that's just like working for the own operators back in the day. There's something that's wrong in your life that you need to get fixed. And so it's saying that, well, you're not really out of trucking, but this is the last straw right here. So with you being last, you know, this is the last straw. This is your opportunity to get the stuff fixed that you know, that you messed up. So take that time to get those things fixed. And don't get comfortable doing it. Regardless of what they do for you, whatever stuff, man, run and make your money. You know, yeah, I would like to take some time off. Yeah, I would like to do these things, those things, there and stuff, but you're not in a position to do it because you're working for a Chicago carrier. So yeah, they're gonna, so with your inexperience, you know, a lot of people sort of go over there, they're inexperienced and stuff too, and then that's the thing that they really capitalize on and stuff, is the fact of you being inexperienced going over there, right? So they get to run a lot of game and stuff on you about how this trucking thing works. And so, you know, they'll say things, they'll tell you, okay, well, hey man, listen, why am I not getting the miles? Why am I not getting the miles and stuff like that? And then, you know, hey, they just tell you some nonsense. They'll just tell you some nonsense stuff, and because you don't have the real since you don't have the real inner workings of how trucking actually operates, right? The real business side of things. You know, they just feed you a whole bunch of nonsense and hope that you just fall for it. Okay, yeah, well, let me go back out here and get comfortable and stuff, you know, that sort of thing there. Or you probably just get discouraged and say, well, let me leave this Chicago company and go work for another Chicago company. And so, you know, the same thing still continues, is that, you know, you don't work for a year. You know, here it is a whole year and stuff, and you don't work for 8, 9 carriers, and now you're going over here with these Chicago guys and stuff, and then you're bouncing from one Chicago company to another Chicago company because they're not really looking at your work history as, you know, something to say, well, nah, I shouldn't mess with you because, you don't work for too many people. You know, because it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. You know, you can get the one carrier and stuff and just make things work. I mean, you know, cause it's all, you know, it's pretty much the same thing at the end of the day. If you understand the inner workings of trucking, right, then there's no point in trying to have conversations and sitting down with dispatchers and fleet managers and stuff about things that they already know. You know, yeah, they'll sit down with you, they'll talk with you and stuff like that. But you know, the thing is to get you calm to a point where you'll get back in the truck and go do some more loads. You know, the fact of you not knowing about how the inner workings of trucking and stuff work, you know, they need you in that truck and stuff. They need you going down the road and stuff like that. You know, because hey, they got the loads that's paying $5, $6, $7 a mile, right? But if they only have to pay you 75 cents or 65 cents or whatever, you know, or hey, some of these Chicago based companies, you know, they're telling you lease a truck. Yeah, come over here and lease a truck and stuff like that, and you know, you can make you can make 200,000, 300,000 and stuff like that, and then you know, you're going over there and they're telling you a whole bunch of stuff, and then they're not, again, because of your lack of knowledge about how things actually work, you know, the comings and goings in business, you know, you're sitting over here and you're doing broker freight when these guys, they don't have any contracts or whatever, or they're booking freight and they're telling you, hey, I don't have to show you a rate confirmation sheet. You know, you do what loads and stuff we find for you, and that's that. And so you book the load, he tell you, hey man, listen, I got you a good deal on this one. The load's paying $2.50 a mile. But you know, the lane was actually paying about $6 or $7 a mile. So they done took all the money and stuff off top, and then now they're charging you 20% on the $2 a mile and stuff load that they got for you and everything. And so, you know, they making money hand over fist. And so people are asking the question, man, how they able to get brand new trucks and brand new truck, how to get this brand new equipment. Well, when you got a house full of people that don't really understand the comings and goings of business, you know, hey, they can anticipate you to go over there and stuff and work, work for a month, and then the next person will fill your seat, and they anticipate that you're gonna mess your career up and stuff, right, by going from one company to another company because you believe in the hype that this next company is gonna treat you better than this company over here, because they're gonna get you more runs and stuff and so on and so forth when everybody's in the same pot trying to do the same thing, So the question that needs to be asked is that if you're talking about going to a company, hey, listen, what lanes do you have secured? What contracts and stuff that you have secured? Because if you don't have anything secured, then what it's going to be is it's going to be you going over here, calling a broker, getting a load and stuff, and then you're calling me, and now I got to go do something that I probably don't want to do, right? I probably don't want to do and stuff, but it makes sense because you're the one that's in control, or they're giving you this nonsense about non-forced dispatch. I can't believe we're having this conversation about non-forced dispatch with lease carriers. So, like I tell people, if you're talking about going over here to this carrier, who's finding the freight for you? Are you able to find the freight for yourself, or are they finding the freight for you? And most of the time it's them finding the freight for you, and then they'll call you with a load and they'll ask you, hey man, listen, we got this load right here, it's paying this right here. You got the option to say yes or no. When in reality, no, it's not forced dispatch, but what it should be saying is that it's going to be in your best interest to take this load, because the way they got it figured, you're in a lease program, right? So they're going to make their money regardless. They got truck and trailers. So, you sitting over here paying these guys $2,200, $2,400, $2,600 a week. That's $135,000 a year. So they're not worried. They're not worried and stuff. Their money is secure. So, they got this load, and it's not something that they're looking at. It's a load that they actually got, and then they're saying, hey, look, we want you to haul this thing, right? But the way it's presented is, so you're saying now, I don't want this load. Why you don't want the load? Because it's taking me somewhere and stuff I don't want to be, and I gotta be home at this time, at that time there. Okay, all right, fine. So after they get off the phone and stuff all frustrated and cussing, now your fleet manager gives you a call, and now he's got to convince you that, hey, it would be in your best interest to take this load, because if you don't, you're going to be sitting for the next week because there's nothing out there and stuff, right? But you're not in the position to actually see loads, or you don't have the knowledge of the comings and goings in business. So what they're saying is actually threatening to you, and that's what they're going to use most of the time. Hey, if you don't take this load, man, and stuff, man, you're going to be sitting for a few days, because we're not seeing anything. When the reality is that, hey, I got this load. If you don't take this load, I now have to find somebody else to cover this load, right? Because we already got it booked. I already got the load tender, the rate confirmation stuff right here. So if you're not going to take it, in-house, I now have to take this load, and I got to post it and hope that somebody will, and I got to hope that somebody will take it and stuff like that. And I already got it for this amount of money, but now I might have somebody else in mind and stuff, but they're asking, okay, hey, listen, I'm going to need $2,000 or $3,000 more to do this same load that they got for you, that they're going to beat you out of, right? So, yeah, it's non-forced dispatch, but what it should be is, hey, man, listen, it will be in your best interest to take this load, because if you don't, then who knows when the next load and stuff is going to come out. So they can punish you that way if you're in a lease. If you're a company driver and stuff, then, you really ain't got no say-so. But I'm saying that's okay and stuff, right? I mean, you use it to your advantage, right? If you're a company driver, you don't have anything to worry about, because most, if not all, the expense is going to be on them. So they got to move you. They got to keep that truck moving, because the expenses and stuff on you. The expenses and stuff on them. So I say you really don't have anything to worry about. So if you're sitting, take that time and stuff to go read a book. Read a book, get yourself familiarized and stuff with things, because the phone will ring, and when it rings, you got to go. And if you're a Chicagoland driver and stuff, then, hey, you already know what it is. Pick up today and have it there tomorrow, Um, but that's what I'm saying. Just take advantage of the situation and stuff that's in front of you so that you do what you got to do and stuff, because you're not where you need to be economically. You're not nowhere where you need to be economically, because I'm sitting over saying, man, look, you have at least $10,000 in your bank account. No, I don't have it. Okay. But you got the opportunity to make $117,000, right? You got the opportunity to make $117,000 gross. So you're netting 81,000, which now puts you that's not medium income and stuff, right? It puts you in the top 81,000. It just depends on where you live, right? But you're not medium income anymore. You're not medium income anymore and stuff. And that puts you in the top. You're actually a top 10% earner. You're a top 10% earner and stuff, right? And I'm saying that's just you by yourself. So, if you can keep your expenses and stuff down, in your personal life, then man, I mean, hey, sky's the limit. The sky's the limit and stuff. And so, I mean, why miss that opportunity of getting yourself cleaned up, right? But also taking advantage of what's right there in front of you, because if they're not really stressing about nothing, right? If you got the strength and the energy to do it, then why not capitalize on it? It's just like, people talk about how things and stuff back in the day. Back in the day, there wasn't electronic logs. I mean, you pick up some freight, and stuff today, you deliver tomorrow. But see, that's how we made money. That's how we made money and stuff. You pick up something today, you deliver tomorrow, you pick up something that same day, and it was the same thing. You got your break. You got your break, you was rested, and you got up, and you gonna hit the road and stuff like that. And so, that was the premise. That was the premise and stuff. But, people feel like, oh man, they're overworking. They're overworking me and stuff. And I'm saying, okay, yeah, if you feel you're being overworked and stuff, I can totally understand. But where do you stand economically? Where do you stand economically? Because I'm saying, people sit there and use these narratives and say, man, I can flip burgers. I can flip burgers and stuff and make more money and stuff than driving a truck. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's probably true. But, based on how you run and the things and stuff that you talk about, they're simply they're fulfilling your request because you feel that you're overworked and stuff. And that's, that's perfectly understandable, But, hey man, I'm in the winning. I'm in the winning stuff, man. I'm in this thing and stuff to make this money. And so, like I said, in this industry here and stuff, it's always been that way. Yeah, it's a tough industry. It can be tough to make money at times, but it's not as tough as like working in a factory or something like that. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what it is. I mean, the cost of inflation, those sort of things there and stuff. Hold up, y'all. I gotta plug this phone up. Okay, maybe this thing gonna down and stuff. So, yeah, that's the cost of inflation. Like I said, I mean, you got guys where I'm at. That's how much you pay in this lease program. You pay $2,600 a week. $2,600 a week. That's $135,000 and stuff. And so, like I said, I lay down the size to you. $135,000 and stuff a year. So even if you subtract certain things and stuff, so they say, well, your truck payment is $1,500. The truck payment is, I believe, $1,500 a week, right? So that's still $76,000. That's $76,000. So, you own the truck in 4 years, but I'm saying $76,000, that will buy you 4 W-9s. Now, $76,000 is stuff times 4. So that will get you 4 W-9s. They'll get you 4 W-9s, 2 W-9s, and they'll get you 4 W-9s, right? Or they'll get you 2 W-9s and 4 reefer units, or 2 Peterbilts and 4 reefer units and stuff, right? If you're paying that amount of money and stuff, so the thing is that it's there. The money's there and stuff, and you just got that in expenses. That's not money that's going home to you and stuff, right? That's money you got to pay and stuff for the equipment and stuff that you're leasing. $135,000. You got that. And you got that alone, right? And you got 4 years in that truck that you got to do. So I'm saying, I mean, that's 4 years of real hard commitment just to say in the end, yeah, I got the truck, right? I got the truck, and so now you got to start moving to the next step. Okay, well, you got the truck, so the truck is brand new, but then there are things and stuff that you're going to have to tackle, and those things that you tackle are going to cost, if you're going to keep that truck, man, I mean, it's going to cost some money, You got a DT12 transmission. You got that emission system and stuff. You got to figure that out. Then you got that motor that you got to figure out and stuff. And so I mean, if you got it, you got it. If you got it, you got it. But if you don't have it, then what's going to happen? Once the truck goes down and stuff like that, oh well, I'm going to have to park it behind some. I'm going to have to go and park it behind some company and stuff and start all over again, right? Getting this zero money down lease and stuff, Do you think that prime lease is a good deal? Yes and no. Yes and no. Hold up. Let me plug this on. Okay, the prime thing and stuff. The problem with prime is, the problem I'm seeing with the guys over there at prime is, it's not that the lease is bad, it's just everybody gets comfortable over there for some reason. You know what I'm saying, guys? Wait a minute, hold up, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, stay charged now. Should be. Okay. The problem with prime is it's the same thing just like anything else. You got the opportunity to capitalize on something, so go in there, make your money quickly, and move to the next step. You shouldn't be getting comfortable over there because you're leased to prime. That should be your that should be your wake-up call when you wake up in the morning like, man, okay, yeah, I'm leased to prime. So the solution is that I got to get my finances and stuff in order. And so there are a few people that went over there and capitalized on it and did what they were supposed to do. Oh man, what's my man name? Cause he's not even, I don't even think he's doing YouTube videos anymore. Be Smooth, right? Be Smooth went, okay, it's only two people I know that actually went through the lease program and stuff. And I'm saying, I'm pretty sure if there are others and stuff, that's fine. But the two people I know that went through it and got their truck and stuff was Be Smooth and Woody. Okay? Trucker Brown, right? Trucker Brown was the only person I know that actually used the lease correctly. Guys, it looked like at first that Trucker Brown was getting comfortable, right? He went over there, he turned in his truck over there. He went to what's those guys' name and stuff? They were leasing trucks. And you can go over there and lease a truck and stuff with them, right? I forget the name of them, right? But everybody was going over there and leasing the truck. So, Trucker Brown, he leased the truck. He turned his truck in there, and when he was doing his video, right, he turned the truck in Indiana. And then he got a rental car and stuff, and he started heading west. And I knew then where he was going. I knew where he was going and stuff. So he goes over there. And stuff. He goes to Prime. He stays over there at Prime, and it looks like he about to get comfortable, right? Like, he over there training and stuff. I don't think that's what it was. But anyway, he gets over there, he does some training, and like I said, everything's looking like he's going over there to get comfortable. And then the next thing you know and stuff, man, he hooks up. So he hooks up with see, Truck Brown saying leaving Prime was the worst decision you ever made. Okay, I'm gonna get to that, right? I'm gonna get to that. Okay. Trucker Brown gets over there. And it looks like he's getting comfortable. He's doing the training thing. Then Loshine winds up leaving, right? I said, okay, that's kind of weird. But I mean, all right, fine. So he goes and he gets Loshine truck, right? They got the Carolina Panther stuff, and I'm like, man, everything is looking like he's getting comfortable, right? But the thing was, he did it. He was doing things right. He got hooked up with Edine Cole, right? And then Edine Cole was getting this, he was doing the whole seminar thing and getting everybody credit and stuff straight. And so when he got everybody credit and stuff straight, next thing you know, Trucker Brown turns the truck in, right? And he tells everybody what his plan was. I'm like, Edine Cole got his he got his credit straight over there, right? Yeah, he got his credit stuff straight. Him and Loshine both. And he got enough money. He went down. But Trucker Brown's mistake was that he went to this company in Florida that lease trucks, but they don't check credit. He went down there to go get that truck, but the reason why he said he went and got the truck because he didn't want the high truck payment. But somebody didn't really put him on the game and stuff, but he didn't figure it out. He didn't figure it out until later on. So, anyway, the whole deal went bad for him and stuff. But the thing was, if you got good credit, do what your partner did. Loshine got a little smart, right? Loshine went, got his truck. He kind of put people on the game and stuff like that. But I'm saying, if the man gets a brand new truck for $5,000 now, right? A brand new truck, and Trucker Brown is the type of dude that he runs. Trucker Brown is the type of guy, he do all 48. He do all 48. He's a here, there, and everywhere type of dude. So if you're a here, there, and everywhere type of guy, then you need a here, there, everywhere type of truck. You need that same, so you need that new truck because you run everywhere. And that was it. That was his downfall, is that he got Dirty Red, and Dirty Red is not built for that. So when Dirty Red and stuff went down, he didn't have the money. He didn't have the money to get Dirty Red and stuff right. So by then he's over there with Chris, and then Chris gets him in that lease and stuff like that. But I'm saying, to make a long story short, people's problems with going to Prime is that they get in the program and they get comfortable. And I'm saying only a few people, there's only going to be a few people that can get over there and can make it work. What's that guy name? It's a guy that he got 3 trucks and stuff. Honduras, I forget. He's a trainer over there and stuff, right? That's the other guy and stuff out. So it's 3 people I know. But he's over there and stuff. He does training and stuff like that, and he makes it work, right? But I'm saying he done got comfortable. You go over there and I've been to the Prime Terminal, right? I've been to the Prime Terminal and stuff. It's like you get in there and you got a cafeteria and a library and a movie room, and you can go to the motel and all that stuff. And so, you over there and all that ambiance and stuff, right? And so you get comfortable and you're relaxing. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm not making any money, but, I'm not making any money and stuff, but they ain't really stressing it. So I'm in the hole this week, but they still giving me a little money to eat and all that. And that's just the thing, They get over there, and then next thing you know, you got a year, Now you got 2 years, now you got 3 years. And the thing that you were supposed to be doing, you ain't got it done. So now they saying, well, hey man, listen, the lease is up in this truck here, right? You already ain't got no money. So they're gonna go through the truck and they're gonna say, well, the truck need this and that and this or whatever. And you know, if they give you a check, then it's not gonna be very much, right? It's not gonna be very much for you to go over here and do anything. So now you got to go over here and pick out another truck, you know, another zero money down truck, and you got to try to do it all over again and stuff. So so now you reminded what you got to do and stuff. But then after about a month or 2 months, you start getting back comfortable again. You go back in that terminal and stuff, and you get comfortable. You kick your feet up, and they're making you comfortable. You know, hey, come on over here to Driver's Appreciation Day and stuff, right? And get your truck washed and, you know, go to the chrome shop and start getting your wheels and stuff polished. And you looking back at your truck and like, man, you know, this truck is, you know, they let you put your favorite football team or stuff or baseball team or whatever. You got your whole insignia on the truck and stuff, right? You got it all wrapped up and looking good. Like, well, where else can I go and do something like this? You know, where else are they going to treat me like family, you know? Because it seems like when I'm down and out, they pull me in and say, well, hey, man, listen, we're gonna work with you and we're gonna make sure that you get right. And then you get one good settlement, right? You get one good settlement. Now you're chasing that high again, you know? You chase that high and stuff like, man, you know, daggone, whew, man, that $3,000 settlement and stuff I got, you know, so you're trying to chase, you're like, yeah, I can make money over here. And then you're trying to chase it and it just doesn't happen. And so now 3 years done turned into 6, and now 6 done turned into 9. And you know, and now you done wasted a good portion of your life over there in that lease program. And what did you get accomplished? Nothing. In that zero money down stuff. So now now you run into channels like this. You know, you run into channels like this and stuff, you know, and many others that are out there is telling you, hey man, look, it's a better way to do this thing, you know, and you don't have to, that zero money down stuff, like, yeah, I mean, look at where it got you. So you got to put the real serious work in and stuff. And so what people seem like, well, they'll look at people like me and others and stuff, and they feel like, well, daggone, man, you know, you must have did something differently or whatever, but they ain't looking at the struggle, you know. I tell people, man, hey, yeah, I was in that zero money down. Before I got this truck here, I had a 2007 Freightliner Century class. Truck had 820,000 miles on it stuff, man. The guy sold, I was in a zero money lease. $57,000 is what I was buying that truck for. A 07 Freightliner Century class back in 2014. And so, you know, during that time, the struggle was real. You know, those lease payments and stuff, they were kicking my butt. But man, you know, the second that truck got paid off and stuff, man, I was able to kick back serious amounts of money. You know, I was able to, but in that time, I was still comfortable. Instead of taking advantage of the fact that, well, okay, I'm in this program, I'm in another zero money down lease. Let me go over here and get my finances and stuff straight. And so, you know, when the truck got paid off and stuff, you know, I was able to do all that. But see, you know, even in the midst of me doing it, I got the opportunity to get the truck that I actually wanted, right? But, you know, I had the opportunity and stuff to get the truck I actually wanted, but then what happened? Because of my lack of knowledge and stuff, right? Because of me being hyped up by the fact that I'm actually making a boss move and stuff, right? I could have made a real boss move. Yeah, I got approved for this truck here, but I was approved at Lone Mountain for every single truck. The only thing I had to do is just have the money, which I did, you know. So the truck I actually wanted, Kenworth W900, 2018, you know, it's 2018 studio sleep, $12,000 down, $2,600 a month for 5 years, right? So you look at that from 5.5 years ago, right? So you see that same truck 5 years later, they still want 100. You know, that truck for everything all in was $175,000. $175,000. That same truck 4 years later, with no warranty on it, no nothing, that same truck, they want $168,000. They want $168,000, 4 years. Like, man, you know, that's insane. But you know, it is what it is now and stuff. When this truck right here need the end frame, right? You got a decision to make. Okay, do I put the end frame in this truck, or do I go over here? Because, you know, I got approved again and stuff that, you know, I put application, you know, I can actually go to the Kenworth dealership, you know. So they was talking to me about stuff, but there was things that, it was something that was going on with me medically. It was something that was going on with me medically, and I didn't know that I was going to be in this industry and stuff like that, you know. I kind of touched on it. And stuff. I didn't really say what it was and stuff, right? But I didn't know what the future was looking like, so there was no point in me saying, you know, or that was my way of thinking, is that there was no point in me trying to go down here and get this new truck and stuff, and I didn't know what was going to happen to me medically and stuff. But, you know, now that I found out that, you know, everything is straight, and stuff, but, you know, I went all in on the end frame, right? So, you know, either way, I'm still straight. I just turned this used truck into a new truck all over again. So, you know, instead of getting, you know, now that I know I can, instead of me, you know, if I just would have got serious, right, about going down here and checking out and see what was really wrong with me, and see, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, look, just don't take nothing to chance, right? And don't think that the game is over because somebody's telling you something, right? Which is true. But, you know, you got to follow up. You know, you got to follow up and stuff, guys. Things might look grim. And stuff. And you got this thing over you that make it seem like, man, okay, this is it. You know, this is the end. And everything is all worked out. You know, I said, now I don't try to be too religious and stuff up here, but it's just, you know, for what happened, I have to say that, well, there was definitely a higher power at work. There was definitely a higher power at work and stuff. And so everything was all worked out. The only thing I had to do was just take the time to go down there and see what was really wrong and stuff, man. And everything is straight. You know, everything is straight. Everything is worked out and stuff. And so, you know, it's a real burden that's off your shoulder and stuff now, to know that, man, you know, you're straight, you're okay. But because of me not following up, right? Because of me not following up and stuff, I'm just thinking that the first news that they told me was the news that I went with. And so, you know, I was just, you know, I was getting my goodbyes and stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was getting my goodbyes and stuff together, man. Like, hey, dude, yeah, I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna be going somewhere and stuff, and I don't think I'm gonna be coming back. You know, that sort of thing there. It's just, you know, see, when you don't follow up, you know, it is something serious, but if you don't follow up with it and stuff, man, you're gonna be in that perpetual state. And so that applies to all things in business and in your personal life and stuff. You know, if you don't follow up, don't think just because of what somebody's telling you that's what it's gonna be and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have to put the work in, right? Yeah, I know I messed up. I know it's things that I did in my life and stuff, but I gotta take the accountability for what it is and see what are my options. And so when you find out what your options truly are and stuff, right, you're like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. I was thinking the worst and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I was thinking the worst because of the way it was presented to me. And, you know, it's like, man, no, you know, you got other options, man. I mean, everything and stuff, you know, everything is straight. But this is what you got to do and stuff in order to make these things straight. So now that I knew when I went home and stuff, you know, but I just had other plans and stuff in play. And so, you know, so in other words, just follow up. Do the serious work and follow up and stop being comfortable. Don't be comfortable with any result other than the result and stuff that you desire. Don't be comfortable with no other result except the result that you desire. So what you got? Let's see. You heard about that one ego driver that's about to spend $14,000 on an APU on a lease truck. I mean, hey, you know, he's not gamed up. He, you know, $14,000 on a truck that they can take away from, you know. I mean, if they discontinue his contract and stuff, that's it. The contract says that the truck has to stay over there with the carrier. So he puts $14,000 on it. He puts $14,000 on this stuff, man. That's what it is. But you know, some people, when you comfortable, that's what happens. But you know, you not look. Hey, man, listen, I got $14,000. I need to put this to work for me. Because unless this truck, I got it financed through the bank. If I got it financed through the bank and stuff, yeah, then I can start doing some upgrades and all the other stuff there. But, you know, if it's in these people's names and stuff like that, you know, but like I said, I mean, it's just some guys and stuff, they do it. You know, they do it and stuff, man. I'm like, plenty of guys over here, you know. Plenty of guys over here and stuff. They got the truck, and first place they done went to is the Chrome shop. You know, they got an $800-900 CB. They got an $800-900 CB and stuff, and then they got another $500-600 setup. They got another $500-600 setup and stuff, man. They done went to the Chrome shop and done bought all the Chrome stuff for the truck. You know, it didn't come with it. You know, you put all this stuff on this truck, and I'm like, man, you know, hey, what happens if, oh, well, you know, the boss man, he's a cool guy and stuff like that. Yeah, he's cool but stuff, but what happens if he's not so cool? You know, what happens if, you know, something else happens? If he decides to say, well, hey, man, you know what, let me take this, I'm gonna sell the company and stuff to someone else, you know? What happens now and stuff when they change that policy up? You know, people get too comfortable and they saying, well, daggone, well, this was a messed up carrier and stuff. Yeah, it might be the messed up carrier, but daggone, dude, you know, you got something to do with that too, man. Look, you need to get your money and stuff. You need to get your money and stuff together so you can get out of that situation. If you still, you know, if you still want to be there, you can stay there, but get your truck and go back over there. You know, you can get comfortable that way, at least if the equipment and stuff is yours. You know, like, hey, man, things ain't working out. I can go ahead and I can get on out of here. See, remember that guy with that call and they took, yeah, God, what's that dude name? Hector. Yeah, Hector. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, it's, you know, all Hector could, you know, but see, Hector had people around him and stuff, but Hector couldn't be put on game. Hector thought that was his truck. He really believed that. And you saw all that pleading and stuff like, you saw all that pleading and stuff. I'm like, dude, I would have been too embarrassed to record that, man. I would have been too embarrassed. Like, the carrier is letting you go, and you telling them, hey man, listen, can you get me a load to the house so I can get all the stuff out, and then I'll bring the truck back? Like, how does that sound? That's your plan? That's your big plan right there? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, okay, dude, you should have played the game. You didn't have no money. So what you should have, hey, if you didn't like what was being presented, what you should have did was, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that load and stuff to Virginia. They ain't paying no money, right? I'm gonna take that load that's going to Virginia. They ain't paying no money. So they go ahead and cut that. They give you that fuel advance and stuff. You go over there, fill the truck up with fuel and stuff. But instead of you going to Virginia, you go on to Salt Lake City. Once you get to Salt Lake City, you go ahead and get your stuff out of the truck and everything and say, man, listen, things ain't working out. So, y'all come get the truck. Or, just, I ain't saying abandon it, but hey, man, listen, I ain't feeling good, I was on my way to go get the load and stuff, but I had to go to the house. And stuff, man. Once I get situated, then, I'll come on back to work. Play them like they playing you. Play them like they play you. This guy come out here and tell you done been with this guy for 3 years and you still owe $175,000. You done been with this guy for 3 years. Y'all have a disagreement and whatnot and stuff. Yeah, come back with $175,000 and I'll give you the truck. Crazy. And this was before inflation. This was before the inflation. Old truck and stuff, but it's that Peterbilt. But that's the thing there, man. You gotta get smart too. If they gonna scam you, you got to scam them right back. Don't let these people know what you thinking all the time. Like, hey, look, if you made your mind up that you gonna quit, if you make your mind up that you gonna quit the company and stuff, don't let these people know that that's what you gonna do. If you trying to go home, go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, play the game, play that game and stuff, man. Hey, listen, you going to get the load, you assigned to go over here and get this load and stuff, but on the way of getting it, you had to make a detour. I had to make a detour and stuff, man, and I got home and, hey, I'm not in the best of shape and stuff, man. My health ain't real good, so, I'm not abandoning the truck. It's just if my health was good, I would bring you the truck back. You gotta play that game and stuff. It's just like another thing like repossession. I don't understand repossession. I don't understand that concept there. Repossession. I don't understand that. You sitting over here, you got a truck, you making payments and stuff like that, and you got full coverage. You got full coverage on your equipment, and you talking about some towing. You talking about some people coming to repossess your truck. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand. I don't understand that concept. I never had a repossession and stuff, man. Even with this truck right here giving me problems. I told Long Mountain, y'all not gonna see this truck anymore. Y'all not gonna see this truck anymore and stuff, man. I'm like, shoot, if that surgery didn't work, and stuff, I'm like, man, dude, I don't know what happened. I don't know, I don't know what happened and stuff, man. I was over in Jersey, I was downtown. I was in downtown Newark. And stuff, man. I come outside and my truck gone. I went down to Miami. And stuff, man, and I don't know what happened. The truck was there 1 minute, and the next minute and stuff, it ain't there. I went to Chicago. And and stuff, Oh, I got static feedback. Yeah, that's because of the reefer unit just cranked up. So that's what you're hearing and stuff, man. It's that yeah, you're hearing that. Since I got my trunk, I left the cycle. Yeah, You gotta learn how to play. You gotta learn how to play the game and stuff like them. Cause hey, when they cut them fuel, you know, they know them fuel cards and stuff gonna get cut off. When they know that bill is due. You know, whoever they got business and stuff with, calm data, calm data and stuff. They pull calm data. You got to pay these people every week. Your account got to be maintained at a certain amount. If it falls under that amount and stuff, they cut everything off. They cut everything off and they require a deposit. And if you ain't got that deposit, they ain't cutting nothing back on until they get that money. So they know the bills. They know the bills due. It ain't no surprise. But they just, hey, look, we gonna continue business as usual. This ain't no surprise that these people just wake up one day and they cut your stuff off. If you ain't got that money, they send them notifications and stuff. Hey man, listen, hey dude, it's imperative that you get a hold of us, because if not, man, we're gonna have to suspend your service. We're gonna have to suspend your service. And you reach out to them and ask for an extension. Like, okay, we gave you the extension, and we gave you the extension and stuff like that. But like, people be wondering, like, the fuel cards and stuff get cut off. Oh, they doing maintenance. They doing maintenance on the fuel card. No, what it is that when they gonna make that pool, and them funds ain't gonna be there. The funds ain't gonna be there, so they got to suspend everything and stuff until they get them funds. Once the funds and stuff is available, then they call them TQ, TCH or EFS or whoever and stuff. Okay, yeah, go on, make the pool and stuff. Okay, all right, cool. And then the fuel cards are cut back on, but not, see, they don't tell, they play the game just like you play the game. If you ain't got the money to pay your bill, right, and you could talk to the person to get an extension, like, all right, well, look, I'll give you a 10-day extension, right? If you can get the extension and stuff, hey, everybody does it. Just because they look like they got money and stuff, I mean, that's, hey, one of the things about business, they tell you got to learn how to operate your business while being in debt. You got to learn how to operate your business while being in debt. Sometimes, you can sit there. You probably got the money, but you got to wait on the people to pay you and stuff. And so, yeah, your settlement was supposed to hit. Your settlement was supposed to hit that Friday and stuff, and then your funds ain't in there. So now you gotta make some phone calls. Hey, listen, what happened? Okay, well, something was wrong with the program, and still, cause if they tell you the truth and stuff, you like, oh, wait a minute. How the heck how y'all a business and y'all don't know how to manage your money? So now the jig is up. So you're like, dude, I can't stay here. These people don't know how to manage their money. So they'll tell you, hey, listen, well, we had a problem with the payroll and stuff, and the computers and stuff was down. So we're getting that up and stuff, and once we get that up, we'll go ahead and pay. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is that, hey, we had more fun, we had more money going out than we did coming in. So when the money gets here, then we'll get it allocated and stuff to you. So some people got paid, some people didn't. So the people that didn't get paid and stuff are usually the ones that don't know how to read settlements and stuff like that. Those that know how to read settlements, they don't mess with that money. You don't know how to read settlements and stuff, and you call in there and stuff. Hey man, why you charge me this $200? Why you charge me this $200 and stuff? And what's this right? What's this right here? What's this $22.90? What's this $22.90? What's this deduction here? What's that deduction there? And they know, okay, he don't know how to read. He don't know how to read his settlement. Okay, all right, cool. So we're gonna put you on this list right here. So if we run into the issue and stuff, they got a list on the people that they don't know, people that don't know how to read settlements, and the ones they know how to read settlements. So the ones that know how to read, they gonna get paid. The ones that don't, you're gonna get a phone call, hey man, I thought I was supposed to got paid this week. Well, yeah, but yeah, we had a problem and stuff with one of your loads and stuff didn't come through. One of your loads didn't come through correct, your paperwork didn't do and stuff, right? So, we got to go in and look inside the system and get another pool. Or, hey, could you send do you still have the same bills and stuff? Like, could you send those bills in? You know, could you send those bills in and stuff, and you know you ain't nowhere near the transfer or nothing, so now you scan the bill and stuff again, and now you got to wait. Okay, yeah, we're processing it now and stuff, and then you get the phone. Well, yeah, we didn't get it in time and stuff, so, you know, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing till Monday. So they just bought them 3 more days, right? So they didn't pay you Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So then Monday roll around, okay, yeah, we got you straight, and so we're gonna pay you this Friday. We're gonna pay you this Friday. So now you bought them 7 more days actually. Yeah, we're gonna have it on this settlement right here and stuff, right? So, you know, they hoping that this week right here and stuff wasn't a good week for you. So now everything kind of equal out, and the money that you were supposed to make, that had to cover this week's expenses, and being the fact that you didn't make any money, you know, they got it that way. So it cost them 7 days, but if your if your stuff ain't right, which it usually ain't, you know, now you in the hole and stuff for 2 weeks. You didn't get paid last week, but then they tell you, well, the expenses came out this week, you know, and you had the money and stuff that was there, and then that's where your expenses and stuff went. So if you didn't have that and stuff, yeah, of course you would have got paid. But you are making money, but, you know, your expenses and stuff, you know, it's got to get paid and stuff like that. So you know, you a dog chasing your tail. So that's 2 weeks you didn't get paid, but they was able to take that money and equal everything out and stuff, and get that thing up, you know. And that's how people operate sometimes, man. They got more money going out than they got coming in, but they know it's gonna be people there that don't know how to count, don't know how to read, and they put you on that list. So if you feel that you know, you talk to people and stuff, if that's ever happened to you, then just understand you don't know how to read a settlement. And so what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to look, get to those settlements, and start understanding what your deductions and stuff are, and know what your overhead is every week. I was like that. I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to read settlements and stuff. That was my main problem. Now once I understood it and stuff, I'm like, all right, I know what I got to pay every week and stuff, so I know how much money, you know, I know how much money I need to make that goes to them, and then I know how much money goes to me. You know, business is confusing and it can be complex sometimes, but if you're going to be in it, whether you company driver or you own operating stuff, you got to understand the ins and outs of business and how things work without people giving you this fairy tale nonsense. Otherwise that, you're going to still be in the trap. Like, well, you know what, as long as I'm comfortable, I might make a paycheck this week, I might not. Everything and everybody around you and stuff has an understanding how business and stuff works. You know, when they go down there to Freightliner and Volvo and Kenworth or whoever, they understand the business. They understand what they signing up for. When they go down there to Great Dane, and when they go down to Great Dane and Hyundai and Trailer Mobile and stuff, they understand. When they go down here to these banks and they pitch that proposition on how to get these loans and stuff like that, they understand the business. You know, they about to cut them a check and stuff, man, for so many millions of dollars. Okay, I got to get a step-by-step presentation on how they gonna get their money back based on if they loan me this money, and how long it's gonna take for them to get that money back. So they understand the business. They're talking to them brokers and stuff, and they making them scams and stuff. You know, okay, I booked this load for $6 and stuff. I'm gonna tell him I ain't get the load for $1. You know, I got the load for $1.50. You know, they start running those scams and stuff like that. I mean, you know, they take some ingenuity, take some skill. You know, unfortunately and stuff, but that's what it is, man. And so you got to get hip to that and stuff. You know, you gotta know what they know. You know what they know and stuff, man, and the job ain't gonna be as hard because, you know, they can't hustle you on that. You ain't up here making YouTube videos and stuff talking about, you know, you ain't making YouTube videos talking about a whole bunch of nonsense. Man, this trucking company right here, boy, they rip you off. Man, you ain't making no money over here. You know, Man, you can't make no money over here and stuff, man. I'm running over here, you know, saying, and you just letting the world know, especially the world of business, know that you don't know how to operate business. Man, I got to this lease program and it was a mistake. Man, you can't make no money. Then you going over here as a company driver. Then same thing. I can't make it as a company driver. Oh well, I'm going to this company. I'm going to that company. You know these people. You know them. They up here on YouTube and stuff, man. Okay, I'm at this trucking company this week. Man, it's the best decision I ever made, man. I'm about to go over here and make this money and make that money. And then next week, they packing up the truck, man. I'm going home, man. This company right here, they ain't what they expected to be and stuff, you know. They lied to me. And stuff, you know, and that nonsense there and stuff. I mean, people don't know business, but they got a bunch of people that's up there and stuff that's co-signing and saying, yeah, man, shoot, that daggone company jacked up. You know, that company jacked up. You don't work for daggone, it is the year out, you don't work for 10 carriers. You know, you got to break out of that, man. Like, dude, you can stay, you in any company, there's not a company out here. There's not a company out here. And I'm saying, and I put that challenge out there to anybody. It doesn't matter what trucking company you with. I can tell you how to make money at that company without you even having to quit. If you in a lease program, I can tell you how to make money. That's why I got my phone line and stuff open for stuff like that. If you having problems and stuff with the carrier that you at, I can give you the whole play-by-play on what you need to do and stuff in order to make money. But I'm saying it's going to be a real tough conversation and stuff, man, because I'm going to be outlining your finances and see, okay, where is it that you stand and where is it that you're trying to go? Because I'll get you there and stuff, but there's got to be some real serious work and stuff put in. It's got to be a real serious conversation. Like, hey, man, look, some of the onus might be on them, but a lot of the onus is on yourself. And so if you're trying to get yourself out of this situation, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do a lot of the stuff that you ain't going to want to do. You thought you could do it over there. You thought you could be home every weekend or every other weekend and stuff. And I'm like, man, my question is, why you going home and you ain't got no money? You in a lease program. Why are you going home? Your finances ain't straight. Why ain't you going home? How much money you got in your bank account? You ain't got this, well, then you don't need to be going to the house. For the next such and such months and stuff like that, you're gonna have to be married to this road. To get yourself out of this particular situation, you're gonna have to be married to this road. You're gonna have to put the real serious work in. Otherwise, it's not gonna work for you. Because you starting out from absolute zero. You got $0 in your bank account. $0 and your credit is messed up. You sitting over here with a 400 credit score. And you got $0 in your bank account, but you got a Class A commercial CDL license. And you talking about that you got to be home every weekend. No, you got some problems, man. Until we get that credit score up, until we get some serious dough in that bank account, you ain't going home. That's the reality. If you can't deal with that and stuff, man, then I can tell you that you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Enjoy not having any money. Enjoy watching other people progress and stuff, and you just sitting right there, you know, being where you are. Enjoy being a hater, because that's all it can be. Enjoy being a hater. Oh, I got my light fixed. You know, you gonna have to put in that serious work and stuff. It's just like going to the gym. You know, it's like going to the gym and stuff, man. You know, it's the same thing. You know, people don't like going, you know, you got to get up and stuff and you got to go to the gym, you know, but you got to put that workout in. You got to get those sets and stuff, man. Well, it's the same thing in business. I'm not going to tell you anything and stuff that's likable. I wish I could tell you, man, it's cool. It's all right. No, it ain't cool. It ain't all right. This is what you got to do. You got to put the real serious work in. You know, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to be stressful at first and stuff, man. You're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do and stuff, but it's got to get done. It's got to get done. You know, they kind of messing with me over here now and stuff. They're like, you know, hey, Lucy, you got that motor rebuilt and stuff, man. How about you start going to Wisconsin and Illinois? It's like, nah, yeah, just because I got my motor rebuilt and stuff, man, you know, my finances, yeah, I need to make my money back for my rebuild, but I'm not about to let you con me. I'm not about to let you con me and stuff to going out there to Illinois and Wisconsin. I don't do that. I don't do that Midwest stuff. I'm an East Coast truck. I'm an East Coast truck and stuff. I'm gonna make my money on the East Coast and stuff. That's the way I've been doing it. But see, when your paper ain't straight, the first thing they was calling out, well, look, I got this Illinois and stuff, you know, and she thought I was gonna jump for it. Yeah, I want to make my money back as quick as possible. But my thing is that I'm not about to step out. I'm not about to step outside the zone. I'm not about to step outside the zone and stuff if I ain't got to. If my paper wasn't straight, yeah, I'll probably have to go over there and do that. Yep. Hey man, I'm on my way to Illinois and stuff, man. I don't do that East Coast and stuff as much. But that's the trap that they try to put you in. Because once you run it one time and stuff, you can't sit there and refuse. Like, load comes up again and you over here and stuff. Hey, I got this load going. Hey man, no, you know, that was a one time. Man, you did it before. That's how everybody is in business. You know, look, you do something one time, they're gonna be expecting you to do it again if the situation arises. I'm like, man, hey dude, if it's up to me and stuff, don't bank on me, because if that load got to go to Illinois and stuff, man, it ain't going through me. And I don't care what you say to me. You know, well, it's this or nothing. I said, all right, well then I'm heading the other way and stuff, you know. That's when the phone call and stuff. Hey man, well, look, hey, we got, you know, this one came up and, you know, and stuff, and you know, it's in your lane and stuff like that. They still gonna try you, because they looking at your money. They looking at your money. They know what you spend on your truck. They know how much money you got. They know how much money you got and stuff, man, because they pay you every week. So unless you got some money hidden somewhere and stuff, you know, in some, you know, that they don't know about or whatever, they know how much is in my bank account. They know, hey, look, hey, Rooster been off for 5 weeks. He's been off for 5 weeks and stuff. When you gotta turn them maintenance reports and stuff in, you know. They saw how much money, they saw how much money and stuff I spent on that truck. They see it. Like, you got to turn it in. Okay, what kind of work did you do on the truck and stuff? They seen the bill. And stuff, so they know where your money is at. So they say, well, okay, hey, let's give it a shot. And stuff, you know. Hey man, listen, I got this Illinois, I got this Wisconsin. I've been over here for over 4 years. And stuff, man. I ain't never been over there. All I did was straight East Coast stuff, but you know, they never came at me like that. But second I got this rebuild and stuff, when they found out they know how much of stuff I got put in this truck, like, okay, yeah, he gotta make that money back. You gotta make that money back and stuff. I done been, let's see, this is my 3rd week out. So this is my 3rd week out and stuff, man. I mean, you know, keeping it real. And you're not gonna make I'm not gonna have $24,000 in 3 weeks. They know that. They know I ain't got $24,000 put back in 3 weeks. But they know I'm trying to get that money put back. So, hey, we gonna suspend all operations and stuff. Hey, you know, Rooster trying to get that money back for that rebuild and everything. He ain't got no excuse. His truck up the par and stuff like that. See if he'll run out there. And stuff. That, see if he'll do it now. And I sit there and do that lane. I'll be going to Illinois from now on. No, you don't do no more East Coast. You run Illinois and Wisconsin. That's what your lane is. Cause that's all they gonna call out and stuff. Hey man, you got something going to Jersey? No, I ain't got nothing going to Jersey. No, I ain't got nothing going to Jersey. All I got is Wisconsin, Illinois stuff. I got a ton of them and stuff. I mean, you want to go on out there and make that money. So, people gonna try you. Even if you got your own truck, you got your own trailer, people gonna try you. They gonna see where your money is. They gonna see where your money's at. They gonna see where your money and stuff at. Okay, yeah, he put his money in the right place, but now he gotta make that money back. You gotta make that money back and stuff. And so, the only way you make your money back and stuff is hauling this freight. They got something that need covering or whatever, they start throwing you all the mess. That's why I take all the messed up lanes. I take the hardest stuff in that nobody wants to run. So that New York City come up, I go on take it. No question. Nobody wants to run New York City. I run it. I run it. And for a lot of times, that keeps me safe. Yeah, they got Illinois and Wisconsin and stuff like that, but they got that New York City that's sitting there and stuff like, man, shoot, dude, hey, ain't nobody gonna run that and stuff. Where Rooster at? Rooster run it. I got that in frame done and stuff like that. Now, that's why I don't really, my Instagram, that's why I don't go live on Instagram, man, cause I go on Instagram and stuff, man. I got a bunch. I had one person at the company that I was leased on with. I had one person that I had one person and stuff. I go up there now and everything. Almost everybody's up there now and stuff. Trying to see what I'm posting. So I'm like, you see, the most inner workings of myself and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I could talk about business. But they watching me. They watching me and seeing what my plans is. And so I mean, it's if they want to run interference and stuff, which I'm saying, it's not logical. It's not logical business wise to run interference. But I'm saying they up there to get some information. Hey, what Rooster talking about? What Rooster talking about? What is he doing? Where is he going? I ain't saying I'm the most interesting person in the world and stuff, but hey, the information that I put out there and stuff, it's gonna be factual. I ain't got time to be sitting there talking about a whole bunch of lies or talking about if this person's messed up and they bad and this person bad. We all know. We all know and stuff. So, but yeah, my experiences and stuff. Yeah, I'll go on. My experiences. Yeah, I'll share them because, again, I don't like the fact that a person got to spend a whole bunch of money for a truck. You don't have to do that. But if your credit ain't straight, if your finances ain't straight, then that's what you're going to have to do. But I'm saying that's not a long-term solution. That's a short-term solution. Do that for a little while. Get your paper up. Once you get your paper up and stuff, then you move to the next step. Get your credit straight. You should be doing that with your first paycheck. That's what you should be doing. Man, I'm going home on vacation. What you going on vacation for? You work for Chicago. Like I said, you lease with Prime. You work for Prime. You leased on to a carrier. Zero money down. What you talking about going on vacation for? Vacation is for people who can afford that type of stuff. Am I happy with getting my end frame versus getting a new truck? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm happy I got my end frame because now I don't have to guess. I don't have to guess as to what's going on with my truck. You know, there's no guessing. There's no guessing in it now and stuff because I know what's been done to it. But there is some regret because I did myself a disservice by not viewing all my options. My end frame for everything, including the injectors, was $24,000. It was $24,850. That's with the injectors, $24,850. When you got your finances and stuff straight, right? You got options. By not viewing all my options. Okay. When you got your money, right? When you got your money, you got options to say, do I go get a truck, or do I do an end frame in the truck? Okay. If you know that you're gonna be in it, right? If you know you're gonna be in it. And my thing, I was dealing with a lot of uncertainty and stuff this year. I was dealing with a lot of uncertainty this year because what I should have been checking on, like I said, I was having health issues, right? And my health issues was looking as though they were going to be fatal. And I didn't follow up on it. And because of me not following up, I was in the mindset of thinking that, well, you know, I was in the mindset of saying that, hey man, the game might be over for me. So it's no point. So if the game is going to be over, there's no point in trying to really set up a future, right? There's no point trying to set up a future. So there's no point in me trying, even though I got to prove that Kenworth and Peterbilt for the truck that I wanted. But it was really no point because I didn't know what my health was going to be looking like. And so instead of me following up and stuff, I just went with the fact that, yeah, I think the game is over. So that's why I got the truck rebuilt rather than I got the truck rebuilt, then I went to go see the doctor. And I should have did it in reverse. I should have went to go see the doctor and then made that decision and stuff there. So the truck was already at Jersey Truck Repair. I already gave them 10 grand down and they got to work. So that was the option I said that I was gonna go there and stuff. Now, had I known that my health was gonna be straight, I would have sold the truck. I would have sold the truck and went and got the W9 and stuff from Kenworth. I would have went on ahead down there, gave them the money, told them, go ahead and I'll take the truck. I was gonna get a brand new Kenworth W9. There was the big reveal right there. It was. I had the money. It was either take the $24,000 and put it down on the take the $24,000 and put it down on the W9. Well, they didn't even want $24,000. They they didn't want $24,000 and stuff. But you got $24,000, right? If the dealership wants $15,000, then if they want $15,000, then there was no point of keeping this truck here and stuff. I'm like, you know, I would I would have sold the truck and stuff. I would have came off of it for something like, look, okay, hey, look, y'all know what was going on with the truck and stuff like that. The truck is still running, but it's gonna possibly need an end frame and stuff. So, you know, I would have sold it for whatever I can get for it, got that brand new truck and stuff, and then just kept on riding. So the same opportunity that I had 5.5 years ago, it came up again. But I put the money into the end frame. And then the doctor told me, he said, man, listen, Mr. McClain, you're gonna be all right. And so, you know, of course I'm happy and I'm celebrating and stuff like that and everything. I'm like, well, you know, hey, I'm still in the game. My truck, I got an end frame on the truck and stuff. So the plan is, you know, make the money back. Once I make the money back off the end frame and stuff, then it's up in the air and stuff like, what are you gonna do? You gonna sell, you know, guys, the option is still there to get the new truck. The option is still there to get the new truck and stuff. But the thing is, I put $24,000 into this truck. So even if I make the money back, right, I now have to sell, in order for it to be profitable, I have to sell the truck for at least what I got in it. But the thing is, I got the truck back and I don't have a lot of variation and stuff. So what's really the point in selling the truck if nothing's wrong with it? You know, yeah, I can, you know, yeah, it's a W. But here's the thing. Instead of me going 5 more years, let's do 3 years in this truck here. Let's do 3 years. Let's do 3 years in this truck and see what the market is looking like and stuff like that, and you just go from there. Cause yeah, if I got the W-9, then yeah, I'm back making payments. You know, yeah, this truck right here is paid off, but the thing is, I got 21 years in the game. So I got 21 years in the game, and I'm gonna be, you know, I'm just keeping it real. I probably got more days. I probably got more days behind me than I do in front of me. I don't know. But I'm saying, sometime in your life, you got to get this thing. You got to get the things that you want. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. Get the things that you want. You know, if you got the opportunity, get the things that you work hard for. You put the sacrifice in, and you got the opportunity to get it. Just go ahead and get it. But I'm saying, make sure that all your ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? And so this time, I'm thinking the worst, and everything was okay. Only thing I had to do is just go down here and just talk to the doctor. Just go down here and follow up with the doctor and stuff, right? And, you know, I didn't have to get a second opinion, nothing like that. Just follow up with him and stuff, man. Hey, you know, say, this is what things looking like and stuff like that. You know, it's stuff that you did. It's stuff that you did and stuff, man, that helped your situation, you know. Because I mean, even though I was depressed, even though I was depressed and stuff, you know, it's still a regime. It was still a regime and stuff that I put myself on. You know, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna sit there and just eat myself to death. You know, I ain't gonna be sitting there and gaining a whole bunch of weight and all that stuff there. You know, I'm not gonna let this thing worry me like that or start drinking and smoking and none of that stuff. I'm still putting myself in that same regime, and because of me putting myself in that regime, it helped out. You know, and of course the power of prayer and stuff, man. I mean, cause dude, I'm gonna be honest, it's just living with that despair. Living with that despair and stuff, man, it was definitely people out here praying for me, you know. And, you know, I thought things was going to go one way and stuff, and it went another way. So, you know, when people say, like, you know, you never really understand God's plan and stuff, you don't really reveal it to you, but, man, you know, and sometimes, and then sometimes he reveals it to you, but you just too stubborn to take heart into what he's telling you. And everybody was telling me the same thing. Hey, look, man, just follow it with your doctor. Go to your doctor. And I'm sitting there The reefer cranked up again, y'all. So me being in the way that I'm in and stuff, I'm like, hey, look, they told me and can't nothing be done about it. Can't nothing be done about it and stuff. And so everybody was saying, hey, listen, man, look, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you and stuff, man. Follow through. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope and stuff, man. And so, yeah. And so, that's what happened, man. And so, you get that great news and stuff. I mean, you get that great news and stuff, man. It's like, dude, I don't know. It's like, that's all I can say, man. I can just share that information with you. Just share that information with you and just let you know, man, look, when things look dire and stuff, man, when it look bad or whatever and stuff like that, man, look, hey, just sometimes, if you feel it's out your hands and stuff, man, you gotta give it to a greater power. You gotta give it to a greater power and stuff, man. It's gonna work itself out. But then when people come up to you and they tell you, man, hey, listen, when everybody you talking to is saying the same thing, hey, listen, man, you need to follow up. You need to follow up. And it just got to a point that I ain't had no other option except to follow up. And then when I followed up, there was the news right there. Everything was worked out for me and stuff. Like, hey, look, this is what's going on and stuff. And everything was taken care of. And, it was actually straight a year ago. So just imagine, you living a whole year with something, and had you just followed up and stuff, man, it just would have been one less thing stressed out, one thing that's off your mind. So, yeah. Hey man, so just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take heed to what people are telling you, right? Even if it's uncomfortable, it was uncomfortable for people to tell me to go down into the doctor and follow up. Go down here and stuff, man, and follow up. I get the papers and I get these papers and stuff, and I'm figuring, oh, this the same stuff that they told me years ago. And it's like, man, if I would have took a few minutes to read the paper, it's something brand new. They didn't have these things and stuff a couple years ago, but now things are worked out and stuff, man. I mean, everything is taken care of. The only thing I had to do and stuff was just take heart and listen, but instead I'm just, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because it's what they told, they already told me this stuff years ago what was going to happen. So I just, I'm already dealing with it and stuff, but I don't need to be reminded. And it's actually the news and stuff that I wanted to hear. And I've been asking for it, like, man, look, if there's a way, man. There's a way. There was a way. So, so that's my mission there and stuff, man. So now, all the stuff that I said I wanted to do and stuff, I can actually do it now. I'm like, I was under pressure to get a lot of stuff done, and I'm still under that pressure now to get things and stuff done. But just because I got the good news doesn't mean I need to get relaxed. In other words, I need to, take heed and stuff, because Um, I ain't saying that it could come back, but you don't get relaxed because you got that good news and stuff, man. You go forth with the things that you said that you was gonna do and stuff. So, you know, yeah, I'm gonna get my W-9, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of time and stuff, guys. This rebuild was a boss move too. It was something. It was something. I didn't get the chance to take all the pictures. When I got the in-frame, I wanted to take all the pictures and stuff and show y'all, like, okay, this what the DD15, this how my heads look, and this how my pistons and my rings and my liners and my main bearings and stuff, this how everything look. I thought he was gonna take some pictures and he didn't. So, I mean, everybody asked about the DD15 in-frame, like, man, dude, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And I'm like, that's the thing I kind of hate. I didn't get a chance to do, cause most people who do their in-frames and stuff, they give you pictures and they give you the whole play-by-play. I didn't get that. It was just, they went in, did the work, stuff like that. They called me, hey man, it's done, come pick your truck up. And I'm like, dang, I really wanted to see what this motor looked like when it was broke down and stuff. They took the hood off and the heads and all that stuff. I wanted to see how all that looked, but I ain't get a chance to do that. But I did get a chance to rebuild my truck. So, I was able to do that and stuff, and, I had the money for that. So, that's another thing I can scratch off the list and stuff and say, have you ever did a rebuild on a truck? Yeah, I can say that now. So now I just live with that science and stuff and saying, well, yeah, I got it done. This how much it costs. This what I got done. This was some of the things and stuff I had to go through. It took over a month to get it done and stuff. So, this what you got to do in your downtime and have this amount of money and stuff set up. That sort of thing there and stuff. I hate I ain't get no pictures. I thought maybe I could be like, what's his name, Trucking 100, I thought I could be like him, or Chaser Andrews and stuff, when he showed this whole thing and stuff. I'm like, I wanted to do that, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So it is what it is. It's done now and stuff, and I can just tell you, yeah, it's a good investment. I'm glad I did it, but my dream ultimately and stuff is to get that W-9. And, it is what it is. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live here and stuff. Cause I gotta get ready to make this delivery at midnight and then get up here to pick this load up and go to Syracuse. So, this week is gonna be pretty busy. And stuff. So if you want to hit me up and stuff, text me first. Let me know who you are. Let me know what the information and stuff is, so I can get back with you and set a time up where we can go into dialogue about the issues and stuff that you're having in trucking. Also, follow me on Instagram, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. I post up things about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia, which is now with that rebuilt DD15. And also, I'm gonna be working on my life series and stuff, life lesson series and stuff. Once I get that up and going, of course, it's not gonna be live, but it's gonna be things gonna be posted up and stuff on my channel. Try to get that worked out to where it's not gonna be connected to this channel here and stuff. It's not going to be trucking stuff, right? But it's going to be things that I experience, things that, I feel in my opinion and stuff, how the world is and stuff like that. Just life lessons that I can give to you and stuff on a more personal level. And, again, it's not going to be anything connected to the trucking channel and stuff. So, if you got trucking information, we're going to keep it over here. If it's life lesson stuff, we're going to keep it over there. And with that being said, this man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster So as always, continue your own research, background, and studies. On your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet. Be safe, be easy, peace out.